Next up, we've got a review of one of the great facilities in St. Clair County, and in fact, the thumb of Michigan. We're going to talk about St. Clair County Community College. The admissions director, Mr. Thomas Kephart, is joining us today.
Thank
Jessica
you, Paul.
Stewart, one of the admission reps, and the world-famous Paul Costanza down on the end here. Welcome, gang.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks
Tom,
for having
nice
us.
to see you. Welcome back to the CTV studios where you did your early blossoming.
Appreciate it. Yes, I spent a number of hours in here.
And everyone a joy.
Everyone a joy,
Everyone
absolutely.
a joy. This green screen over here used to be your home, and we did a big show called Pen and Stage.
Pen and Stage.
Pen and Stage.
It's a lot of
There's
fun.
still people calling in every week.
Hey, where's Pen and Stage?
Pen and Stage?
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to start it again.
There you go. I like that idea. Talk to me about St. Clair County Community College. What's going on?
Well, we've got a couple of big construction projects going
really?
on that are impacting our work that we do with admissions and recruitment. The one that's going to get finished here this summer and fall is our new student housing, the first student housing that SC4 has ever had. We're calling it The Dock. It's
Good name.
The old motel that was right there on Huron Avenue, sort of kitty quarter from McMorran, and it's going to have capacity for 80 students.
Wow.
We already have about 200 people on a waiting list, so we think we're not going to have any problem filling that.
Drove by the other day, and they are really moving along.
Yeah, it's looking good. And we're excited about it because it lets us kind of expand our reach out into Sanilac County, Huron County, because now students coming from those areas, and there will be some students obviously from St. Clair County as well, but you know, they know that we're running it, we own it, just like going to a dorm if you were going to a four-year school. It's dependable, and the other nice thing for the students that are outside, like Sanilac, Huron County, if they're living in Port Huron, they're in-district residents then also, so the tuition rate is beneficial to them.
Wow, so even though I might be out of district and I'm from Bad Axe, if I move to the dorm, I'm then in district?
In district, yep.
Wow, that's pretty unique, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it gives us an advantage up there. Jessica does a lot of our traveling up there, and in that area we're competing with Delta College.
Okay.
If they're looking to go to a community college, and some of them will go to Mid-Michigan, but none of them have that kind of an arrangement, so it's really made a difference.
Advantageous.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jessica, how long you been at the college?
I've been at the college for about 4 years.
Great little place.
I love it. I'm actually an alumni as well. I attended SC4 before going to Western Michigan University. So.
Okay. And Paul, you were with the Times Herald for a long time.
I was.
And now you walk down the street, across the river,
yeah,
to a great establishment. What are you doing? You're at admissions representative too.
Yeah, I am. I got to SC4 a little more than 2 years ago, and it's been amazing. Still working with, I mean, really high school kids a lot. So that kind of seems to be my bread and butter right now.
Well, that's good. We got a picture up, Tom. What is this picture?
That picture is a rendering of what's currently the A.J. Tyson building on the Black River. We got a project approved, a capital improvements project with the state budget. So we are going to be completely renovating that building. It's going to become our health services building.
Okay.
So all of the current programs, and it'll give us the opportunity to expand, add some other programs that are in demand. The hospitals in the area, I know you just had the guest talking about River District,
right?
But you know, McLaren in Port Huron, there's just a huge demand. They're calling and they're saying, you know, we could use people in this particular area, like respiratory therapy or surgical technology. So, you know, can you guys offer that type of a program? And right now, we just don't have the facilities to do that. So this project, which should begin this summer and be open in the fall of 2019, will give us the space to be able to do that kind of expanding.
Will you be taking an existing facility down to do this?
We are, yes. This building right now primarily has computer science classes in it. and those will be moving to basically the space that the current health services, where the nursing program classrooms are, and possibly other places. That's not, you know, set in stone yet. But everything, all the labs, the classrooms for those programs will all be in one place when this facility opens in 2019.
Pretty cool. The funding was from the politicians, Pavlo, Lowers, Anderson, and Hornberger.
Yeah, a lot of support from them to make this possible. The whole project is just under $10 million, and the state is funding half of it. So
that's wonderful.
About $4.9 million.
So you have a fundraising drive going on to pay for the rest of it?
We have some capital funds that we already had, that the long-term plan, those funds had been, you know, set aside for this type of a project.
Oh, good.
We've had some very, I'm not sure about all of the funding on it. The dorm project, we had a unique partner with that. The Community Foundation actually issued our mortgage on that and gave us the loan to get that project going.
They're a good backer.
They are, and they saw it, and the business people in downtown Port Huron are very excited about it, because now there's going to be, you know, 80 students who are down there all the time, and so we're working on a food service arrangement with the restaurants, you know, basically like a card that they can go in and get a meal. And
so like it'll be like many college campuses. There won't necessarily be a cafeteria on the facility itself, right, but you'll have availability of quality food all over downtown.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, and in fact, I think the picture that's up there right now, that's the common area in the dorm, and it does have a couple of oven, range, couple of refrigerator in there. So the students, they won't have kitchens in their rooms, but they'll have this common area. So if they do want to do some cooking themselves,
some nice views of Main Street.
Yep, that'll look right out onto Huron Avenue.
Okay. All right. Now, Paul and Jessica, talk to me about education at SC4. Why should I go to SC4 if I'm a high school graduate or beyond?
We talk a lot to students when we're out in, you know, as Tom had mentioned, Huron and Tuscola and Sanilac, about the value of SC4. And really we talk a lot about the Michigan Transfer Agreement, which allows students to earn 30 credits at a community college, and the savings is about 70% over what they would be spending at a four-year university. So we really touch a lot on value of the quality of the education, and then of course the quality of the education. We can offer a 19-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio.
Wow.
Which is amazing, especially when we're talking about expanding our reach to some schools like CPS or, you know, up in Pigeon to the Lakers. It makes it an easier transition when you're talking about coming from a very small school to a 19-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio rather than a big giant lecture hall with 3 other students. So we do talk a lot about the value, the quality of education, the instructors who are currently out in the workforce. You know, our nursing instructors are nurses, our graphic design instructors are graphic designers. So we talk a lot also about the quality of the instructors as well.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And one of the keys to that Michigan Transfer Agreement, because historically, not currently, but numbers of years ago, it was always a nightmare and a headache to try and transfer those kinds of things. So that's been eliminated, that's been solved?
It's very streamlined. With the Michigan Transfer Agreement, it is an agreement that has literally been signed by public universities and some private colleges in Michigan that state they will take those 30 credits that the student earned at the community college level and bring them in as general education courses towards their bachelor's degree. So it has definitely been streamlined.
The young man, Jared Forbes, that's directing this show is at SC4, and he's going to be transferring, and he's been there for 2 years, and he loves SC4 and is really happy about the rate that he's paying for some classes compared to what he would be paying elsewhere in the state.
Absolutely. So. And staying that second year, the MTA is designed to cover about a 1-year full-time student, but staying that second year, gaining that degree is only going to be beneficial in the transfer and the savings of money, but also allowing the student to have a credential and potentially go out and work entry level in the field that they eventually want to get that bachelor's degree and go into.
Mr. Costanza, talk to me. Tell me about why it's good to be at SC4.
Well, one of the great things that I see, because I do a lot of campus tours, is the facilities that we have on campus. And when people get a chance to see them, I think they're really impressed with what we offer them. You know, we talked about the health sciences building and what that's going to be, but already the health science simulation lab, you know, we have a mother, she's a mannequin, who will give birth. And I mean, there's 3 baby mannequins in there that our nursing students are learning on. And when you take prospective students into these places, they get to see the type of technology that they'll be working on. And I mean, they're really impressed with, you know, what is available for them at SC4. And it's not just that. I mean, our engineering technology labs, you know, our students are working on robots and, you know, little microcontrollers, and they're doing all sorts of amazing things, 3D printers. So whatever field that you're going into, you know, we can get you that hands-on experience just with the facilities that we have right there in Port Huron.
As an old sports reporter,
Yes.
you must really enjoy the new field house.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Talk to me about that, too.
It's pretty incredible. And, you know, obviously the court is amazing, and going from our old gym to what we have now, it's, you know, leaps and bounds different. It's the, you know, Dale Voss, our athletic director, says it all the time. It's the best, you know, junior college facility in the state of Michigan and probably the Midwest. And now we have the walking track there as well, and of course the fitness center up on the 2nd level that our students can use for free. So it really is a great facility, and it allows us to host, you know, great events too. You know, we're hosting the first round of the national tournament in basketball this weekend, and we're, you know, trying to get in the full national tournament for either basketball or volleyball as well. And then, you know, we hosted a 32-team basketball showcase for high schools over the winter break. So there's just so many possibilities. There's going to be a middle school wrestling tournament. They're going to combine the BWAC and the St. Clair area leagues for the first time ever at SC4 on St. Patrick's Day. So just a lot of great things that can happen in that facility.
And what that does is get kids on campus that maybe never have ever been to SC4.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, there will be people who will, you know, come into my office or into Jessica's office, and a lot of times you'll ask them, have you been to campus before? It's like,
no.
Well, yeah, I was at the field house. I went to my son or my, you know, little brother played in the middle school tournament or something like that. So it's a way
it all
to
fits together.
Yeah, it's a way to get them on campus and really connect with the community outside of just our students.
Right.
Yeah, there's a definite excitement about what's going on. What students tell us is they want to have a real college experience, and that's why a lot of students won't consider the community college even once they've heard, you know, the cost savings, and of course that's a huge thing for families these days.
More for mom and dad than the kids.
Yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily, they're not adding it up, right? When we go out and we talk to students and parents, and sometimes they don't even know the cost difference. I had a mom last year come up to me after I did a presentation, and I showed the little stacks of money slide of how much difference it is. And she said, there's got to be a mistake on that slide. I said, what do you mean? She goes, I thought it was just the same. I mean, if my kid went to Michigan State, it was going to be the same as if they went to SC4.
And I said, no, ma'am,
it's not. It's not even close. And so, literally, I mean, if you want to get a 1-year certificate, you want to get a degree, you want to just get started because you know you're going to transfer, it really doesn't matter. We can get you started. It's the best place to get started.
Great. Have we missed anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad that it's here, SC4, and it's continuing, and it's growing, and like you said, the new residence halls and the new medical facilities that'll just keep adding great things to SC4.
Yeah.
Mr. Kephart, Director
Thank you,
of
Paul.
Admissions. Jessica, nice to meet you. Mr. Costanza, nice to finally meet you. That's the information that you required about SC4. We'll be back with more in just a second.